Sell me this pen. You've probably heard of this infamous sales interview question. It was also referenced by Leonardo DiCaprio a few times in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street.
Sell me this pen. Sell me this pen. Sell me this pen.
And the challenge here is to take something dull and make people feel something about it. A great salesperson doesn't sell the object, they sell the possibilities. They make you imagine the love letter you're writing, the contract that you're signing, the legacy that you're creating. Now, what if I tell you Dropbox did exactly that, but with file storage? So they hired Instrument, a creative agency, to conduct some interviews to ask Dropbox users about their experience with file storage. But as they went down this rabbit hole and collected more and more stories, they had a sudden realization. The creative director mentioned, when you ask someone to share their life stories, oftentimes you get big milestones. But these files seem to serve as little time capsules for the finer, more nuanced details of life. So from that point on, instead of asking about their experience using the product, they ask the users, what are your most important files and folders? It was from these stories that they launched the For All Things Worth Saving campaign.
Remember the sound of your sister's laugh? Or the joy when you finally arrived? Remember this? And all of these? These aren't just your files. They are pieces of your life. They're the sounds that remind you of your dad.
Hey, baby girl. I miss you and I love you.
Or the mementos that keep your family legacy alive. It's the very beginning of a business with your closest friend, or the artifacts that take us back to the beginning of time. It's the 23 ever so slightly different versions of your song, or the 23 months of preparation for that one moment. These aren't just files. They are things worth saving.
The genius about this campaign, it wasn't about the files or the cloud. It was about the human stories behind those files. So here are a few examples. When graphic designer Dominic King came across some old and fragile family photos, she used Dropbox to scan and save them for the project of a lifetime and for generations to come. Creativity Explored is a non-profit that partners with artists who have disabilities. When the pandemic closed their studio, they used Dropbox to help the artists save, showcase, and sell their original work. Photographer, entrepreneur, and activist Benita Nachortham, sorry, butchered your name there, believes that art can foster change. She uses Dropbox to collaborate, organize, and inspire her movement. So why did this work? Number one, aspiration over features. People value things that bring meaningful impact to their identity. Instead of explaining how Dropbox works through the features, they showed why it matters. By sharing real customer stories, they didn't say, store your files here. They made you think about what those files actually represented. Family memories you pass down for generations. Creative work that could change the world. Moments that can impact society. When you save what matters, you're not just using Dropbox, you're part of a bigger story about protecting the things that make life meaningful. So this is one step above outcomes or benefits. This is about identity and aspiration. Number two, social proof. People look to the behavior and actions of others to guide their own decisions, especially in situations of uncertainty. See that designer, that activist, that artist? If those heroes trust Dropbox, you should too. Showing real people using your product is one thing. Showing who uses it amplifies trust even further. So again, it comes back to that selling a pen question. People don't care about the product itself. They care more about the possibilities it can unlock. Dropbox figured this out. People don't care about what you do until they care about why you do it. So whether you're running a startup, building a product, or pitching your next big idea, here's the golden rule. Make it aspirational. Show them the why. But you know, sometimes this isn't enough. You'll need to include your competitors in your storytelling to convince them why your product is better. So watch this video next to learn how Apple did just that.